All week. Good morning, Ryan.
Good morning, and some good news, some positive news. We're hearing that while 70% of all of Harris County was under 1.5 feet of water at one point during this storm, we're hearing that most of that flood water will be gone either late today or early tomorrow morning. We know that the president is scheduled to be in here tomorrow to take a look at the damage, need to meet with some families as well. And most of the traffic is flowing. Looks like the airports will be up and running today at full strength.
Ryan Burrow, you've been there all week. You must have seen some extraordinary sacrifices made by humans to help other strangers.
Yeah, it's been incredible. And even the media here, you should have seen all of the local media, which, by the way, the NBC, ABC, CBS affiliates, the Fox affiliates that are here, that this is their hometown. Many of them lost their own homes, and they were out reporting 24 hours a day on this and making rescues themselves. I mean, some of the images of that alone have been incredible. But neighbors on top of neighbors helping each other out, bringing out boats. And now we're starting to see the rescue crews come in. I'm at the hotel right now where there are several FEMA groups. There are rescue and responders for utilities. There are rescue and responders for Red Cross, and they're all loading up on buses and going to their various sites. So, hopefully this city's in good hands moving forward as it looks like the whole world is looking to help restore Houston.
Lots of attention's been made on Houston, but we're starting to hear about Beaumont. And Beaumont, it seems like it got a lot hit harder than people thought.
Yeah, and their water supply is a big concern right now. If people are holed up in their homes and they can't drink water, that's a big concern. Obviously, moving forward, there are going to be health concerns there. They're going to start going door to door to check out the damage and make sure everyone's okay. It sounds as though, and we've got some ABC reporters out there right now, that even many of the shelters had to be evacuated in that area. So, people finally got to a place they thought would be safe and then had to get evacuated to another location. Hopefully the floodwaters there start to recede a little bit and they can begin moving forward with their recovery efforts.
I'm sure once the water recedes, they're going to, unfortunately, find probably some more casualties.
Yeah, right now the firefighters are going door to door, and they're focusing in on 6 communities that received probably some of the worst flooding, 3 feet or more. And they're going to go through that process. They're going to knock on doors. They're going to enter into homes. They're going to make sure that nobody's there, and if someone is there, that they're okay. They're going to put a C on the door and move on. Yeah, this is the moment where we could see this death toll kind of fluctuate a little bit, but hopefully not. Hopefully people were able to call 911 and get the rescues they needed. The one positive about all of this is that the power has remained pretty much intact across the city of Houston and much of Harris County. In fact, yesterday, in an update from the mayor, there were only 37,000 people still left without power. I think at one point there may have been 5% of the population without power. So that meant that cell phones could stay charged, laptops could stay charged, and people could get communications out.
Yeah, that's really quite extraordinary that was able to stay up. How about the dams? There was so much talk about the dams, how they were going to be overflowing, and they had to release some of the water. What are you hearing there?
So they are still controlled releases of water, and there are still mandatory evacuations in those Houston neighborhoods where that water is leaking into. The good news is, according to flood officials, that water has peaked. The dam is still intact, and it looks like now it's just going to slowly go down, which, at some point they'll be able to stop releasing water then into these neighborhoods, and then those neighborhoods will dry up as well. But, yeah, that was the biggest concern, is that these dams would burst and create a whole slew of other problems on top of the flooding. It looks like about most of this flooding should be wrapped up by the end of today and tomorrow morning, and then they can really start getting at a lot of these communities.
Ryan Burrow, ABC News correspondent, live in Houston all week. Great work, Ryan. Be safe.
Take care.
625.